Jambo, fellow Ippies, it's Mike Dooley, and this is mid-September 2017. This is also the video portion of our monthly Ippie newsletter, open to all people, but particularly of relevance to those who are certified infinite possibilities trainers. Wow, what a couple of weeks we've had since we last communicated. Hurricanes included. Irma just passed through Florida. Hope you're all doing well with its repercussions. Couple things I want to tell you before I answer your questions. If you have any questions you would like me as an Ippie to answer during our monthly newsletter chat, then send them to Regina Garapi or post them to one of the administrators at one of the 7 or 8 Facebook pages, and it will be forwarded to me. Solapalooza, second annual. It is not far away, 2 months, and we've already hit the 200-person attendee mark. We've already sold out of our first hotel. We've got accommodations being taken at our second hotel, which is a 3-minute walk across the street. This is going to be huge. And it's an event for people like us who would like to make some new friends and not feel like you're starting at, square one when it comes to striking up a conversation. It's similar in our WOW tours. It's group travel. Just got back from South Africa. But unlike anything you've ever done before, you are immediately in an energy that understands you. And you don't have to explain your background, your worldviews. You can just go straight into a conversation about any kind of the woo-woo and our power, life's beauty, and be understood. And this is an event not to be missed. It's a once-a-year gathering. Tut.com is the creator and host of it. And in November, it's going to be in Clearwater Beach. So I can't recommend it highly enough. I will be sharing the matrix with you. Andrew, my brother, will be sharing the vibration activation. Regina will be talking. We've got a couple of guest speakers up our sleeve. But mostly it's going to be fun. And mostly the high point is going to be you and 200-300 people just like you. So I hope you can be there. Solapalooza, it's just 2 months away. We might even sell out of space. We've been selling out of stuff. We just sold out of the WOW tour in South Africa I told you about. And oh my gosh, it was the trip of a lifetime. If you're interested in perhaps traveling and seeing the world with people who get you, we usually take groups in the range of 40 to 100 people. Depends on the trip and how popular it is. And we just got back from Cape Town, Johannesburg, photographic safaris of animals, lions, rhinoceros, elephants galore. It was through the roof. I mean, my soul is bathed every time I take one of these trips, and yours could be too. Our next one is Vietnam and Cambodia, April 2018. Sounds like a long way off. Out of the entire river ship, it's a riverboat river ship. We've got like a room for, I think, 130 people. There are only like 6 cabins left. So if you're interested, do something about it now. Go to Tut.com. Look, Tut and Infinite Possibilities, Train the Trainer, and the Notes from the Universe, and all that I do is about creating community, energy, excitement through the imparting of truth. And so all of this stuff has great relevance to you and to me and to those of us who would like to perhaps reach those who have not yet been reached in the world. We are your people, and these are the fun things that we're doing. So sign up for the right one for you in the right time. We're not going anywhere, so there's no pressure. Something else along these lines that we're so excited about under the Tut.com umbrella that has great relevance to all Ippies, certified infinite possibilities trainers, is the Raise the Vibe Facebook group. Woo! The idea sprung just before the solar eclipse, and there was a mighty contributor to our creative surge. That was Rebecca Segoda, fellow Ippie. Rebecca, hats off to you. Thanks so much for adding fuel to our fires. The idea of Raise the Vibe has turned into a Facebook group page where you just post things that make you laugh, cry happy tears, give you good vibes. The idea being, the more we add to the world, even from a little Facebook group, the more it'll create tipping points. The more tipping points will be reached, ultimately ushering in a golden time on planet Earth. This is what we're poised to do. This is what our work is all about. And having that page makes a difference. And the greatest feedback we've had in just a few weeks that it's been up, 35,000 members, active, eager members. Since that page has been put up, the greatest feedback we've been receiving is, wow, you have totally blown up my Facebook feed. Now you go to your Facebook page in the morning, the evening, whenever. Maybe now you can go there if you're feeling bummed out and look at your feed. There is no time I have visited that page when I didn't either laugh out loud or cry happy tears. That's the whole point. So contribute, because you've got a lot to share. Go to that page and share. Check out the guidelines. There's some posting guidelines. I'd also like to give great appreciation to Tracy Farquhar and Mary Jo Rakowski, who are with Rebecca Segota in helping us admin this page, to monitor it, to make sure we're not getting spammers in there. Thank you, team. You help us shine so bright. Your lights are so bright themselves. I also want to tell you about my new book, Playing the Matrix. I have been touring for 15 years, literally all over the world. And if I may say so, the cumulative body of work has aimed at getting better and better, helping people understand with more confidence life's beauty and their power. And that material that has evolved to where it is now is called Playing the Matrix. In fact, I've been touring 15 years, 10 of those years I've been sharing the Matrix and evolving the Matrix to include concepts like the Bermuda Triangle. If you haven't seen me speak lately, then you don't know about the Bermuda Triangle of manifesting. Well, it's in the book, The Matrix. You no doubt have heard me talk about GPS as an analogy for the miraculous mechanics of manifestation. It's perfected in this book. All of my best tips and tricks and tools are in this book. And of course, as an Ippie, you know you can become certified in playing the Matrix. There are certain protocol. The book will be a tool towards that. It will not change the protocol at all. So just FYI, it's my latest and greatest, coming out, don't ask me why, on Halloween Day, October 30th. Me and Dr. Joe have a Hay House book coming out on October 31st. October 31st. So hey, be there. It's the place to be. Also, let's see here. Well, time for your questions. Got 3 great questions. 2 are very similar. Please send us your questions. I love answering these. Number 1, what is your surefire way of instantly raising your vibration, Mike? Well, this question was asked before the group page was created. If you're not on that page, go to that page. It'll change your Facebook feed and your life forever. And please contribute to that page. So that is a new answer of mine. Another one is, I like silly slapstick humor, British humor, Monty Python. And it doesn't have to be a film. The social media is so good now. Instagram, they've got these little 1-minute videos that are hilarious. That always raises my vibe. Oh, and then, can you see over there? Let me turn the camera. There is a picture of my daughter. Always raises my vibe. So those are some of my tricks. Don't think it's complicated. You don't have to know meditation. You don't have to know creative visualization. You don't have to do yoga to raise your vibe. Just, smile. Just smile. Laugh out loud. Stretch it from ear to ear, like Andy says during his incantations. Just like no one's watching. Who cares? Yeah! And you're going to have a raised vibe. Second question along those lines, so I will deepen my answer. How do you convince yourself of truth, Mike, on days when you feel doubtful? I am grounded in the knowledge and emboldened because I've been teaching this knowledge for 17 years now, which is one of the great things about being an Ippie. You're a teacher too. The more you teach, overtly or covertly, out on the stage or down low, when people don't even know you're teaching, the more you're helping yourself. I know that the pillars of life are absolute, that hold the jungles of time and space together are absolute, that we are of God, that we create our future through our thoughts, that it's all good, meaning. Everything has order, perfection, meaning. Whether it seems random or chaotic or unfortunate, baloney. There's beauty, perfection, love, and order beneath all manifestations. There's only love. Okay, and we came from love, we live in love, and we're going to love. When I drill down to those truths, and I just go within to find out what those truths are. Think not that I must write down those truths. If it speaks of life's beauty and it empowers you, it's truth. So go to truth. Read a book. Read one of mine, one of Andy's, Tracy Farquhar's book, the Frank material, the Seth material, the recommended reading, your manual for infinite possibilities, and just know it works. It always works. It never fails. One of my favorite notes from the universe, which, is a bit abrasive when you hear the punchline, but it's like, heck yeah, it's true. The note from the universe said something to the effect of, do you know how when you visualize every single day and you work with your affirmations month on end and you take up yoga to meditate, whatever, and you sort out your beliefs and it still doesn't work? The punchline is, right, that's impossible, because it always works. Now, it might be abrasive if you're like wanting something and it hasn't happened yet for a long time. But the truth is, if it hasn't happened yet, you're missing something. And that's a bit of a jump. You might not be missing something. It might be coming tomorrow, and it's just a matter of priorities. But what I wanted to convey is, it's not like there's some other element that dictates what's going to happen next. Not God's will, not fortune cookies, not your karma, not ancient spiritual contracts. It's you, and then you, and then you. That's it. Now, it's either coming, and you should not draw the conclusion that there's something wrong with you. But if you have that inner sense that, look, it's been 42 years and I still haven't XYZ or whatever, then go within and say, how else can I wire this? How else can I see this? Am I doing something every single day about moving in the direction of that which I want? If not, there's a huge disconnect going on. Are you giving your power away by praying in question marks? Dear God, can I have this? Dear God, am I ready for that? It's like, if you want it, you can have it. You're ready. End of discussion. Now, the Bermuda Triangle of manifesting is your end result should not hinge on specific people's behavior in specific lines of behavior, specific people behaving in specific ways, nor should your end results depend upon a how your dream will come true. Have the dream. Don't worry about how. As soon as you insist on a how or worry about a how, you eliminate all other possible paths it could have reached you on. And the third triangle, the third corner of the Bermuda Triangle is, don't insist upon nor mess with unimportant details, and understand that all details are unimportant. Why? Because they're invariably linked to hows or people, and because they're a dime a dozen and you can be thrilled with any other combination of or better, then why would you attach to some at the expense of others? Or why would you attach to some when it meant that you didn't take into account some other wrinkle or fold in the manifestation process? Don't go there. All right, so that's what I do. Back to the point, the question, how do I get back on track when I feel deflated, disappointed? How do I convince myself of the truth when it doesn't seem to be true? I drill down, I go within, and I see the evidence. I see it in my past. I feel it in my bones. I'll read it in Neil Donald Walsh or Ramtha or the Seth material. And it's like, yes, yes, yes. It's up to me. And I can make this happen. And I don't beat myself up and I don't say I'm to blame. But I'm like, look, go within. Be fortified by truth. Find that rock. Life is beautiful, you are powerful, and you're pushed on to greatness every single day. So, what do you suggest we do to help? The third question, what do you suggest we do to help with the natural disasters happening in the world right now? Follow your heart. Do not think there's something you're supposed to be doing, because that means other stuff is wrong. There's no right thing. If you can just find peace in your home, in your life, you're doing plenty. If something comes to your attention where you could loan some friends some blankets, or cut them a check for $100, or help the United Way or the Red Cross or any other organization that speaks to you. I remember asking a channel or reading in channeled work. It was it's in my recommended reading at TUD.com in the back of Infinite Possibilities. I forget the name of the book right now, but the angel was talking to the questioner and said, everybody wants something. How do I decide who is ready and worthy of, me giving them my help, my money, my attention? And the answer kind of shocked me at first. I thought, that's ridiculous. And the answer was, if they ask, give them help, period. Now, you're probably thinking like I thought, yeah, in 3.5 days, I'll be depleted. You know what? I'm not asked that often. Not as often as I would otherwise tend to think. And, if once a week or once a month a homeless person asks you for money and you give to every single homeless person that asks you to help, in the end of the year, it's going to be a dozen or 24 people. You gave them all $5 or $20. It's not going to add up to that much money. If every charity that said, hey, can you help us out? If you give them some money, measure what you give them. Don't give them all thousands of dollars, but give them what you're comfortable with. Give them what you feel in that moment. At the end of the year, you probably will not have given $1,000 away if you gave to every charity that came to your front door or that wrote you a letter. That's closer to the truth than thinking you're going to be depleted within a few weeks or a few months if you become really generous. So to answer your question, during these travesties, heck, every opportunity to give is an opportunity to receive. And it will make a big difference, not just in the energy on the planet and the love that's stirred in your heart, but for the people on the other end saying, dang, we raised a lot of money. Dang, there's a lot of generous people out there. Dang, next time somebody asks me, I'm going to help. And so the ripples continue forever. Thanks for these great questions. Thanks for your attention. Have a rocking 2 weeks left in September and an amazing 2 weeks in October before we meet again. And remember, your thoughts become things. All the best. Tally ho and cheers.